Hey, Outpost Church family. I'm sitting up here in the East Weaver campground, and boy, is it a gorgeous day. I'm thinking about our church YouTube channel where we have a playlist on testimonies, and we have a few there. I would love to collect some more. I know God is doing a lot of things in our midst and in our community, and I would love it if all of us could hear about some of those things. If you would be willing to just take your cell phone and capture a minute of a video of you sharing something that God is doing in your life, some way that He's showing up, some way that you can praise Him and express some gratitude. We'd love to see that and share in the worship of the moment to celebrate God's goodness. I would love to put links in our weekly Outpost email updates to some of those testimonies. And by the way, here is one that I captured yesterday.
I don't know if everybody knows that Buck he had surgery on his shoulder and he hasn't been able to work for a couple months now. And it was a frozen shoulder that they took care of during surgery. Anyway, so my problem, for me, I've had a hard time with, not always, but just wondering where the money's going to come in, because Buck always was pretty good about bringing in that extra. So as I went to the Lord and just was asking Him about it, He said just to trust Him, and I said, okay, God, that's easy for you to say, but sometimes it's really tough for me. And fear just comes in because of years of being in poverty when we were first married and stuff, when we were in the ministry. And we were faithful to tithe, we're faithful to offer our offerings, and faithful in just stepping in and doing whatever God wanted us to do. So I knew in my head, or in my heart, but my head wasn't connected to my heart. But He said, just trust me. So every time I started to worry, I would go back to that. Well, some lady that Buck had worked for last summer sent him a check for $600 out of the blue. And it was like, whoa, that was pretty good. And then a friend of mine that I knew when I was growing up, that I went to high school with, she sent us a check for $500. And then somebody stopped at our door and knocked and says, I just want to give you a love offering, and it was $600. So God, in His faithfulness, He is faithful, ever, ever faithful to take care of us. So be faithful to Him with your tithe and your offering and the giving of who you are. Thanks.